Last year, we did very well in terms of the marathon, but we even did better in terms of reforestation.
Together with Eldoret City Marathon, we have managed to plant over 869 hectares. And I must applaud Eldoret City Marathon that in one of the areas that we planted together, it is secured, and all the trees planted in that particular area, the survival is almost 100%, which is very good.
This year, we planted seedlings or trees in Kapseret forest and fenced it. So we would like to invite you so that you can go and see. And even last year, through the initiative of our patron, we planted also bamboo trees in Kapseret. So we would like to invite you so that you can go and see what we do as Eldoret City Marathon. And to all our partners, climate action is a key and important for us because, you know, athletes need fresh air, fresh water, and this is why we are making this Eldoret City Marathon to focus majorly on climate action, planting trees.
Our target as a county is to move our forest cover from 7.6% to 15%. In the next 3 years, we should be at 15% forest cover. And I want to say that in terms of our 6 sub-counties, the sub-county we are still doing very badly, but our chief regional conservator is Moiben sub-county. And I think before we do the marathon next year, we are going to have a tour of Moiben and make sure that that is the area we are going to focus so that we bring it to a very good percent. Because we are not just looking at the percentage of forest cover in the county, we also want to look at the distribution across counties so that no one sub-county is left behind in our quest to achieve that. Why we deliberately want to do this is because that as a town and as a county, our aspiration also as Eldoret is to become a city, probably within the next 3 years. Now, becoming a city means we must have sustainable sources of water within the county and in the region in terms of the ecosystem. The only way to do that is to make sure that we conserve our forests, we conserve our water sources so that we can have sufficient water both for domestic and industrial consumption and even where possible for agriculture. Because we believe in our agricultural transformation, relying on rain-fed agriculture will not take us to where we want. We believe going forward, we want to do irrigated agriculture, and therefore we shall need enough volumes of water.
We have given ourselves a target of planting many trees in some specific areas, green spaces within the town, roadside tree planting, institutions we cannot leave out, and even state-managed forests, our government-gazetted forest. We have enough seedlings, and we are hoping that we can even surpass the target that we planted this year.
And we want to thank the Ministry of Environment for recognizing and gazetting Kaptagat Forest as a water tower. Our next target in the future is to convert Kaptagat Forest now to an indigenous forest so that the question of harvesting stops. So we are in discussion with Elgin Marakwet, and we also want to invite you as our partners and stakeholders, not just in this marathon, that you can also partner with us in terms of conservation of Kaptagat Forest. Already, we have a lot of bare land. We would like organizations to come up, discuss with Kenya Forest Service, so that you can be allocated your 100 acres, you plant your bamboos.
I believe that for us to get to the recommended tree cover ratio, we need such initiatives. And as the standard group, in whichever way possible, we will try and make sure that this initiative succeeds, because if it can succeed in Uasin Gishu, I'm sure many other counties might emulate, and eventually we hope that our country can achieve that.
Remember also that we nurture athletes. last year's winners, Valerie, and second winner went to Frankfurt and won the Frankfurt Marathon with the best time of 2 hours, 19 minutes. And Fabian went to Honolulu and won also the marathon. Those are our products that last year they won the marathon.
As county government, by latest March next year, our high altitude training center in Chagaya will be ready. By January, end of January, we shall have a contractor for 64 stadium, and we believe we are going to start and complete that stadium. I know we have a little bit of challenges with Kipchoge, but we are sorting out with Ministry of Sports, and we are also hopeful before end of next year, Kipchoge Stadium should also be ready. But we are making commitment as county government to deliver our high altitude training center and 64 stadium so that we can nurturing these young talents as we also consider the environment.
This year, the pandemic has been harsh to us, but I hope we will live with it, and that is why our patron has decided that we must continue with the marathon, and I say thank you very much, our patron, His Excellency, that every time you are pushing for this marathon, and every time you want to see the athletes, the young athletes that are upcoming, to be given something so that they can help their families.
We are hopeful, and we decided that now that this virus seems not to be going away, but I don't know why my spirit tells me from January it is likely to be disappearing. But even if it doesn't, we have decided to live and fight it while standing. That we are going to have our marathon next year on the 11th of April. And we want to launch it so that we prepare early enough because we want to improve in terms of organization, in terms of meeting all the requirements that are required, and also in increasing the coverage in terms of tree planting. And one of the things I would like to do is invite all of you after this launch. I think it's important, and I've repeated several times, that what we are not going to do as Eldoret City Marathon and as a patron is peer exercise where people plant trees to be seen on cameras. But sustainability does not exist. So after this, I would like to invite all our sponsors, all our partners. I want us to do a tour of Capseret Forest, where we planted trees last year, to see whether Moses and his team and my team are serious about what they are saying. I think it is only through that we are able to monitor and evaluate whether we are making progress or there are things that we need to change. So I think because we are all stakeholders, we are all partners in this process, it is important we all check what we did last time so that we can see what is it we can improve, what can we add to make sure that we are consistent with our theme of the marathon.
From my side, I would like to appreciate the efforts of the marathon's theme, which is mitigating the climate change, whereby a number of hundreds of thousands of trees have been planted. I would like to request the county government to kindly continue the good work that they are doing in ensuring that our citizens get the best of everything in Uasin Gishu County. Recently, they have been making some fantastic headway in making what you called a unique way of sidewalks in this entire county, which you don't see even in Nairobi, some places. It's only recently where Nairobi they started looking at sidewalks. In the event where you find that there are trees having been planted by the county, they should look at not uprooting the trees, but look at ways of making that sidewalks in a way that you have the sidewalk as well as the trees which remain in place.
Without taking care of our environment, we are really a country or county that is bound to be extinguished. So your message is very good. We did not know that we are going to find a gathering like this we were paying a courtesy call, and with my CEO here and some of the trustees, we were saying tourism fund is nowhere here. And with a quick consultation, Your Excellency, I can assure you we are going to partner with you. And in this regard, we would like to pledge from our social corporate responsibility an amount of 500,000. I must say that this area is very special to us, not only because we collect levy from here, because this is a county that has brought Kenya great fame. In the year 2008, I was very lucky to be in the area of Boston. And I can assure you, even as we were doing other things there, it was also time for marathon. And everybody around Harvard was talking about Kenya. And when the results were announced, it was Kenya number 1, Kenya number 2, Kenya number 3. And I know it came from here. So it is a great honor to the people here, and we would like to partner with you in every aspect, and especially to ensure that we promote sports tourism in this region.
So otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to declare this marathon launch that will be held on April 11th, 2021, official launch.